Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Get Cooking with Wayne. Today we're going to start off with a short story. I listen to Bobby Bones every morning, and one of their cast members, Amy, her and her husband have so much love that they decided to share it with two children that they adopted from Haiti. Now, unfortunately, because of everything that's going on in the world, traveling isn't safe for Americans. So I thought, how cool would it be if she made something that was from their home? So tonight we're doing Bonbon Siro. Now my Creole probably is terrible, and people who do speak the language is probably laughing at me, but that's okay. So that's what we're going to do today, and after the show we're going to have, there's a moral to this story. Alright, so we'll see you after the show and we'll talk about the moral of the story. Alright, so what we're doing right now is we're going to do our dessert, which is called Bonbon Siro. Sue's laughing at me right now. Like I said before, as far as the pronunciations go, I'm not quite sure. Maybe by the time I actually air this, I'll look it up and make the corrections. We'll see. Alright, so what we got right now, we have 4 cups of flour, which we're going to add our dry ingredients to. We got our cinnamon, which is a teaspoon or a tablespoon of cinnamon. We got baking soda, which is a half a teaspoon. We got nutmeg, which is half a teaspoon. Alright, so we're just going to whisk these together real quick to get them mixed. Now, I can tell you what it translates to. I did look up the translation. I was able to find that. It translates to honey cookie. But they call it a ginger, it's like a ginger bread. Ginger cake even. Haitian ginger cake. Alright, so there we go. We got it all mixed together nicely now. So now what we're going to do is we have 2 cups of softened butter, which we're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar. And we're going to mix those together. And just so you know, I'll turn the volume down on the video for this so it doesn't bother your ears too much. Alright, so we got this creamed up real nicely. Now we're going to add our eggs to it. It's 3 eggs. Now I like to add all my liquid ingredients together and all my dry ingredients together. Alright, so now we're going to add half a teaspoon of vanilla. Add a half a tablespoon of grated ginger, and then we're going to add a half a cup of molasses. Alright, so we're adding this to a pre-greased baking dish. I'm using a 9 by 13. Made it into a very thick paste. Get as much as you can out. Honestly, I'll probably be licking the bowl after I turn off the camera. So we're going to spread this out. Alright, so now what we do is we got it in the pan, in the baking dish. Put it in the oven. The oven is preheated to 300. Put it in the center. Set our time. There. Now we're set for 45 minutes. Alright, what we have here is 1/3 cup of water, a cup of sugar, a cup of butter, a teaspoon of orange zest, and a teaspoon of lime zest. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook this to make a syrup glaze for the Bonbon Siro. Alright, so we're going to just cook this down and keep cooking it on a high heat until it's a nice semi-thick syrup. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add that to the top of the Bonbon Siro. I just like saying that now, folks. That is my new favorite word of the day. Bonbon Siro. Hang on. Alright, so now what we're going to do is drizzle this glaze over the Bonbon Siro. This is just yumminess. I'll tell you, this is something you guys got to make at home. Oh, good Lord. Everybody needs to open up their minds to trying different foods. Don't be constrained by the same thing every time. You go to a restaurant, try something new every once in a while. It won't kill you, unless you're allergic to it. Then yeah, there's a good chance it might kill you. Now I'm going overboard with the glaze. I ain't gonna lie. I probably could have stopped glazing a while ago, but why? Just let that sucker just bask in the gloriness of that glaze. Alright guys, now we're back. And you're going, okay Wayne, I watched the whole video, now what's this moral? Well, the moral is love. It's Valentine's Day. It's all about love. You gotta love what you're doing. You gotta put your love into the cooking that you're doing, because that actually does add extra to it. It gives it that flavor. That love gives you that taste that you really want to get across. If you don't love what you're making, you don't love who you're making it for, why bother? Amy and her husband loved these two children and brought them into their house. That's real love. That's what the moral of the story is. Love. Love who you're with and who you're cooking for, and it will come through in the food every time.